Critical race theory dictates that one should not whitewash history, that one should not remove the truths of history, of how slave owners, Confederacy, and whatnot treated blacks, Hispanic, and other minorities. In other words, let's keep it 100% honest. But racist white people see that as an indictment and an embarrassment upon them. They don't mind what happened in the past. They don't care how it affected minorities. They're just embarrassed, and they don't want that truth to be known, that that's what they support, that's what they are inside. And this should be something that the non-racist white people should fight heavily against. They should, the allies, the progressives, the whites that want to keep the true history going and known so that these atrocities aren't repeated. They should be the ones rallying against these racists wholeheartedly in a more logical sense, instead of screaming in the streets where nothing gets done, or challenging each other online in debates or Twitter fights and things. Do it legislatively. Run for office and block any attempts that would stop CRT in general. Although it's nothing to be taught in standard curriculum, it is a college level thing. And so while white racists are against teaching CRT at any point, it should be known that you don't have to teach the past. The past, we can eliminate it and say that there was never a colonization of the United States. There was never racism or slavery here in the United States. We can go with that. No minority was ever harmed, hurt, or killed during the production of this country. Let's just skip that and say our ancestors, country-wise, our ancestors here, has no bearing on our present day living and all of that stuff. So let's wipe it out. Today, let's just try to explain how minorities, by their name alone, gets turned down predominantly from jobs, if on an application. Personally, yes, I've put my name on an application. They invite me in, come to this interview, and then when I walk through the door, I see a double take. And then either things don't work out or they just don't call back without an explanation, and will not take your calls if you call trying to figure out what's going on with your application. So let's use how many minorities have the same drug charges as white people but get 4 times the sentence. We can talk about that. We can talk about how minorities are 4 and 6 and 8 times, depending upon where you live in the United States, to be shot by a cop, whether you're unarmed, with your back turned running away, or in certain cases lying down on the ground with your hands up. We can talk about how, for some reason, when you're a minority, primarily a black person, that if you get shot and killed by the cops or a cop, that even if you were not being belligerent, if you were abiding by their instructions and their rules, that white people, these racist white people, will definitely say that you were on drugs, you were part of a gang, your test scores in school were low, you probably robbed somebody when you were much younger, your family has a broken home, or you hung around the wrong crowd. So all of that is said to make sure that it's justified in the cop killing you. Or if not a cop, just some vigilante. I mean, vigilantism is against the law. It is federally against the law, but those who have been vigilantes seem to just get away with it. And they're able to sell their artwork and murderous weapon used. You don't need to really go with critical race theory. You can go with the racists of today because it's systemic. How many people of color are serving in office? They call it serving, but who are they serving? You can have the progressives. They are usually people of color because they usually know what it means and, to go through it. They're not privileged. In fact, they are insulted, attacked, and worse every single day. So you can fight critical race theory, racist white people. You can fight it. And we will give you the ability to say it doesn't even exist, that all of that stuff never happened, and it should not be taught, and it should not be an indictment on your mindsets, your Confederacy, your Nazi, and all this other stuff, your Trumpism. Nope, never happened. Let's just only go on common things that's happened in the past 6 years, like hangings, beatings, straight up murder, things like that. See, I'm not sitting here saying that all white people are racist, because they're not. It's too much evidence to prove that they're not. But what I'm saying is the racist white people out there that's promoting all of this anti-CRT and promoting Nazism, Confederacy, bolstering for Trump, bolstering for the obvious racist parts of the Republican Party. Yeah. Those are the ones that I am against. And I think everyone should be against those racist white people. And for me, the line in the sand is almost everything that they're doing. Are you anti-CRT? Are you anti-democrat? Are you anti-progressive? Are you anti-education? Are you anti-vaccine? Are you anti-minorities in your vicinity? Do you feel threatened when you see a black person or Hispanic person or Islamic person of any kind of anywhere near you? Do you hate based on what someone told you or what you actually know, what you have actually experienced? If you hate based on fear and not the individual of what you know of that individual, if you blanket everything about that race, then yeah, you're racist. Because I've met a lot of black people that are into rock, heavy metal, grunge. I've met white people that's into rap, rhythm and blues and whatnot. I've met, Islamic and people, I met Indians, Native Americans in my life that are into things that you just wouldn't think. So it's not on us. It's you, racist white people, that this is on. So basically, take that with you.